Americans, like, we have this reputation of being very ignorant of like world events. Like, we don't really pay attention to international affairs. I think that's a fair stereotype. I'm a social studies teacher, and my job is to fight that every day. Try to get kids to, like, Americans to, like, give a shit about other stuff besides America. And it's hard, but I think I figured out a plan. I have a program that I use with my kids. It gets them to care about what's going on. And that program is very simple. It's 4 words. It's called the Syrian War Fantasy League. Which, that would work! It would work! Fuck you! It would work. You'd have Americans following global politics on a weekly basis. And look, some of y'all are offended, and that's good. You should be offended. It's very offensive. But I stand by it. And the reason why I stand by it is because hold on, let me back up. So, no, hold on. Look, okay, Colin Kaepernick. You know Colin Kaepernick, that football player, right? Didn't stand up for the... So, like him, like, okay, make some noise if you feel that Colin Kaepernick should just get over himself and just stand up for the flag because people have died for it. Okay, some of y'all, that's fair. Now, make some noise if you feel that he has the right to kneel down if he wants and he's making a valid point about race relations in America. All right, yeah, I get it, Austin. Now, make some noise if you were against the recently vetoed UN resolution regarding the Syrian crisis that has murdered 300,000 people. Fucking exactly. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and that's why we need the Syrian War Fantasy League. Because then you would know what I'm talking about. Because you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. You say you do, but you don't. You don't. Well, Jaffer, how does the Syrian War Fantasy League work? Well, I work hard on my bits, so I'll tell you how. It's very simple. You just draft players into your team. Players, there's different groups involved in the conflict. And if you're thinking, okay, that's fine, there's not nearly enough groups involved to have a decent league. If you're thinking about it, then you have no idea how fucked up this war is. Because there's a lot of groups, and it would be a great league. I shouldn't have said that. But, so... whatever. Here's the different players you could draft. You could draft the Assad regime, the Syrian government, ISIS, one of the several rebel groups fighting inside Syria. There's the Al-Nusra Front, the Islamic Front, the Free Syrian Army, motherfucking Al-Qaeda. Remember Al-Qaeda? You remember Al-Qaeda. If you don't remember Al-Qaeda was like the Texans, but back when they were the Oilers, right? That is... There's all that within Syria. There's outside there's the US, Russia, Great Britain, France, Germany. Pretty much every country in the Middle East is involved in different complex ways, which is so sad to see conflict in such a normally peaceful part of the region in the world, which that is a joke, yes. And the point is, so, you draft your team every week. You have your and there's a point system. I have a point system. It's where 6 points for gaining new territory, touchdown, no arguments there, right? That's fair. 2 points for an airstrike. 2 points for a suicide bombing. I'm sorry. Is my bit about the Syrian war a little dark? That's not offensive, that is appropriate. That's appropriate, okay? That shows I put in thought. It would be offensive if I had a bit about the Syrian war that was not dark. If the punchline was just cheesy and fun. If I was like, hey guys, did you hear about that refugee child who washed up on the shores of the Mediterranean? He should have taken his swimming lessons more seriously. That would be offensive. But I didn't say that, so you can't be offended, right? My bit has thoughts and stuff and sensitivity. Anyways, 3 points for refusing to show up to a peace summit, symbolic. 2 points for violating the Geneva Convention, looking at you, Assad, right? And 5 points for blaming the Jews. Now we have this whole point system, right? And now, you go to all these douchebag bars in 6th Street. They're not talking about football. No, what are they talking about? Global conflicts. It would be great. You overhear conversations. You're like, dude, did you hear, bro? Did you hear? Assad kicked out the Al-Nusra Front out of northern Aleppo. Al-Qaeda's effectively out of this war, bro. In your face, bro. You owe me $10. I don't know how fantasy works. Bro, I hate to be that guy, I hate to be that guy, but I did have ISIS this week. So